Alright, what other topics do I have to talk about? Ah, yes, that. Alright, why Kirby? So, that's an interesting question. You see, back when I was another wee lad, I played Brawl. And I think Brawl, even till today, is an incredible game. And I think that because of probably childhood nostalgia, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say I have the most friends, and I wouldn't say I have, like, the best social life. But I do have friends, and I do actually have a social life. Duh. I'm a gamer, but I'm not that much of a gamer, you know? Well, that might change. But anyways, I was, what was I doing? Yeah. I was playing Brawl, right? And, I was looking for a character to where I would be like, wow, this character is so fun. Because honestly, that's all I cared about is wee lad. And eventually, I came across Kirby. And I don't remember exactly what, but in my terms today, I would say I like Kirby. Legitimately because I could cheese people. I remember thinking this like, oh wow, I could like kill people off stage. I never actually thought off stage. I can kill people early is what I thought really. And by that I mean I cheese, I gimp, and I do all that. And I thought that was so fun. Because it's so funny whenever somebody just dies at like 0 or 70. Not 70, but you just get the example. It's just funny when people die at like percents where you're like, that's kind of sus. Perhaps they had bad DI. Bad DI dies at 0. Man, that's the good stuff, honestly. That was a clip. Oh, wow. So, I'm gaming, right? Relad me. I usually, like, back in Brawl at least, played against CPUs a lot. I did one of two things, actually. I used to play, I feel like, a decent amount. Well, kind of similar-ish now, actually. Because I'm spreading more games out, too. But I used to play, like, a lot of different games. And I always wanted to beat them. I always wanted to beat the story mode. That was, like, my goal. You know how satisfying it is to beat, like, a story mode. It just feels good. And then Brawl came out, and my brother, who was a Smash fan, he actually played Melee for, I don't remember how many years, but he played Melee before me. And he was a gamer. He was an avid gamer. That's, like, where I got my start. I remember, like, one of my first consoles was the SNES, because it was my brother's hand-me-down, basically. And I remember playing all these games, and some of my favorites, by the way, that I really want to see again. And that I might just play again because I have them on the Wii U, but I don't have them on the Switch, are Paper Mario, the 1000-Year Door on the GameCube. Because, oh my god, I love the Paper Mario games. I miss the old format so much. Oh, I love that. And Paper Mario 64 was also pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I like 1000-Year more, but that's just my personal preference. What other games? Oh yeah, Mario RPG, bro. That game was a banger. I love that game so much. I wish Gino was in Smash. He would have been my child. Bro, that would have been the best thing to see. But back on topic, Kirby, right? Brawl passes. I just play against CPUs and I just play Subspace. Subspace is, by the way, something I miss from Smash so much. Man, like, if I could play Subspace again, I would. I don't have the disc for Smash Brawl anymore. And if I bought it again, I do have my Wii U still. So I might just freaking get on it. I honestly wouldn't doubt myself doing that. It's such a good game. Anyways, Smash 4 comes around. And that's when I kind of get into, like, the online scene, I guess you could say. The online community of Smash. Kind of toxic, I guess. Especially today. I really wish I could say otherwise. But back then, I guess it wasn't too bad. So, one of the first things I do is get on Discord. Because I'm like, I need to get better. I need to get big brain, you know? And so, how do you get better? well, as a small child, you need to learn knowledge. And where do you learn knowledge? Character discords, apparently. That's what I heard anyways. I didn't have any IRLs that really played Smash, but like, we all have that thing where it's just like, well, I got into Smash because I was the best in my friend group, and I was always really good or whatever. And we think we're really good, but to be fair, we're garbage. We're just mashing buttons. It's like when you get into like your first ever Street Fighter, and instead of just like knowing combos instantly, you just kind of mash. I know that's what I did. That's still what I do on like traditional fighters. I don't know how to play traditional fighters very well. But the day came where I joined Kirby Court. We all know what happened. So anyways, I joined Kirby Court. My immediate assumption is, well, first off, in my childlike brain, I'm godlike. Wow! Holy crap, I am the best Kirby player, bruh. So, how do you prove that to yourself? Well, you beat other really good Kirby players. You go into Kirby Discord, who do you think would be the best Kirby player? Of course, to the child. The moderators! That's right! Because you mod a server, you must be godlike at this game, you know? If you weren't, they wouldn't let you mod, would they? That's what I thought. So, I still remember this. I go into Kirby Court. One of my first messages ever. Imagine this. Small child walks into a room, right? And he just starts screaming to everybody, "Bro, I challenge you all to a fight!" That was the equivalent. It's like a small child freaking walking into the bar just challenging everyone to a fight. Because that's what I did. I literally typed out one of my first messages as, "I want to fight all the moderators. Because the moderators must be godlike to be moderating a server." And SK and I think Delirium, who was a DSI back then, respond. And they're just like, okay. That's it. Just, okay. Bro. I got beat. I don't think I've ever been beat that bad in my life. Like, you know how they say everybody starts an O2-er? Bro, I wish I started an O2-er. I don't know what that was, but that was not O2. Bro, I went like 05, I swear. They like freaking pounded me. Even though I don't remember it super well, I remember that was when I was also first introduced to Bayonetta. Pre-patch Bayonetta. Bro, I died. I got hit once and I died. Like, I didn't know SDI. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know that Bayonetta could heal side. I didn't even know DLC existed. For a long time, I had just playing like CPUs in the beginning of Smash 4. I didn't know about all the like DLC bullcrap. I didn't know that Bayonetta was the best character in the game at the time. Bro, I barely knew what Kirby did. You think I know what another character does? Nah. So anyways, yeah, no, Delirium just beat me with Bayonetta. And I've been looking for that run back for the last 2 years, by the way. I saved them. And I've been looking for that run back for the last 2 years. Never did get it. Sad. Delirium, if you ever hear this, I want you to fight me. If you're going to any tournament offline, I will be there. I will find you, and I will personally end you. Or if you want to play online, I'm good with that. I don't care either way. The start was online. I can end it offline or online. I just want my run back from 2 years ago, 3 years ago now. Call me petty, but I am. Being petty's fun though, so I don't really care. Anyways, SK though, he instead of going Bayonetta, goes Kirby. And even though I don't remember this, I remember him telling me about this. And it's just like, yeah, no, JeJa, back in like Smash 4, back when I was still in Kirby Court and unbanned. You kind of just got jabbed. Like, so imagine this, back in Smash 4, there wasn't directional air dodges, there was just air dodge. So he jabbed, and I would air dodge, or like spot dodge, or roll or something, and then he just kept jabbing and jabbing, I assume, and he did that like 5 times in a row. And I'm in my mind, right? I'm thinking, wow, the rumors were true. these dudes are way ahead of my league. And since my basis is I'm good, then these guys must be godlike. They must be like, bro, I'm at the bottom, like, I'm at, like, high, right? But these guys are in the freaking heavens. I'm on, like, the crust of the earth, gliding up towards Mount Everest, and they're in the heavens, just watching me. That was my thought process, and it's still very funny to think about today. I remember some people in Kirby Cord used to ask me, yo, how do you pronounce your tag? And I would just say, I don't pronounce my tag, I just say all the letters. And that's where I had really first heard the, like, term JeJa. And I think that's why, like, I call myself at least now JeJa. But back then, it was JeJa. JeJa was foreign to me. It was a foreign freaking word. Which is funny now, looking back. So, now, I've been destroyed by the moderators. What's the next step? What's the next logical step after being destroyed by what you consider the top tiers of the server? Well, you go back to, like, the peasantry. Or, who knows, the gods. Because the gods hide among the peasants, just like how Zeus fucked the sheep as he was, I listen, man. I can tell you a lot about Greek history. And the only thing I have to say is, Zeus, this is your child. Frick. That's the entirety of, like, Greek mythology that you need to know. That is actually it. It's just Zeus, this is your child. Sheep, that's your child. You fricked a sheep? Nah, you fricked this woman who you turned into a sheep. Where am I going with this? So, anyways. I go down to @matchmaking. That's right. Something I still do to this day, but in Ryuga Court. Wow, I have gotten far, haven't I? Went from adding @matchmaking in Kirby Court to adding @matchmaking in Ryuga Court. That's the good stuff. You'd love to see the improvement. So, I was adding matchmaking, right? On a pretty decently consistent basis, I'd say. Probably a good 50 times a week. Exaggeration, please. But every single time I added matchmaking, I realized something. I am getting beat. Like, I am just getting beat down by everybody. Doesn't matter who they were, they beat me down. I couldn't tell you why. It's just like, I think I'm high level, but these guys are like top level, and they're like, moderators must be like the tippity top tip. And I still remember this, but like I just overhear or oversee people like calling me, wow, JeJa is kind of garbage, or wow, you're not good, or wow, you're bad. And I'm just like, no, I'm good, or at least I can be good. And for a long time, I thought to myself, one of the, like, biggest things that, like, just carried me forward, honestly, was the fact that people had said, well, JeJa, you're bad. I know it sounds simple, but call me petty. I guess I always was. But just hearing them say that, bro, I wanted to prove them wrong. I wanted to come back a year later and beat their ass. That's what I wanted to do so much more than anything else. And I didn't really get to. I got better, for sure, in Smash 4. At the end, I was doing crew battles and stuff. And that's, like, one of the biggest things that helped me improve. There were, like, you know, you can look in Twitch and be like, I don't know, I just look up viewer battles or something, or look through this, like, the Smash stuff, and just find streamers on YouTube or Twitch and see if they're, like, doing viewer battles. And if they were doing viewer battles, I would join in, and that's how I got, like, most of my practice for, like, Smash 4. I was the ultimate Wi-Fi warrior. Well, not really, not until Ultimate came around. But there were people that, like, helped me out, and I really just wanted to shout them out real quick. I just want to shout out this one specific person. Cordy from Lucario Cord. I am so grateful that this dude was like that. I am so grateful for that, bruh. He literally like taught me how to play the game. He taught me how to play Smash 4, I guess. And, well, it was like the transition period to Ultimate. So he told me like tips and tricks and was like, yeah, no. So for Ultimate, you can't actually air dodge more than once. Because like, I had an air dodge habit. I think everybody did. Mewtwo players especially had an air dodge habit. But he just kind of told me you can't always air dodge, especially in Ultimate. And that's like the biggest piece of advice I took, I feel like. That carried me into Ultimate. Now, I was scared of the transition from Ultimate because I was finally starting to, like, you know, get good in, like, Smash 4. And I saw that Ultimate was, like, this radically different idea. And I was scared of it first. I won't lie. I still felt like I could get so much better in Smash 4. And I was just starting to improve. And I was learning Kirby's cheese more than anything. Which I still am. That's one of the biggest things I've learned. Cheese. But it came. And one of the biggest pieces of advice I ever received from Kirby before he kind of just stopped existing was simply don't air dodge as much. And I took that to heart, and for like the first months of like Ultimate, I just didn't shield or air dodge really. Well, that's a lie. I shielded a lot. But I tried so little to like remove air dodges from myself. To remove air dodges from like my vocabulary. So that I wouldn't do them. And that is honestly probably when I started like getting competitive. Like I said, started competing in crew battles. And I guess that's when I started like really competing. Back in the end of Smash 4. I remember competing in like not a Wi-Fi crews because I didn't know about the league yet. But I competed in, like, streamer crew battles between a streamer versus another streamer. And I remember this one dude, Adventure Ruler, that was his, like, tag. I haven't seen him too often now. I come in every, like, once in a while. But I just kind of, like, grew away from, like, viewer battles and stuff for the most part. But I'm kind of growing back. Whenever I'm bored, I, like, sometimes just look up on Twitch, viewer battles, and, like, snipe them. And that's what I did for, like, a video. Just because I could. Just because I wanted to. I felt like it, actually. But this dude, I remember we were doing, like, a crew battle. Him and his brother. Because his brother was, like, a streamer as well, or whatever. No, it wasn't his brother. It was his cousin. And it was Adventure Ruler versus... What was his tag? No, I literally have known his tag for so many years. Bruh. How am I forgetting it now? Tristan. Treestain. It was Treestain. Which is like, his real name's Tristan, so it's a play on Treestain. Get it? Tristan, Treestain. Sounds close enough. So, I remember this specific crew battle, like right before the end of the crew, like the end of Smash 4's life. Last stock, I killed Tristan's second stock. I'm at like 98, he's Charizard, he's gonna freaking like murder me. Any hit. I can't afford to take a hit. So, I just do what I usually do. I cheese people. And that's exactly what I did. I got a grab at the ledge, and I down aired at like 0 almost. And you know what I did? I footstooled him. I went in for another down air or another footstool. I don't remember which one. And I killed him at 0. It was honestly one of the best like experiences. And I will never forget it. That's truly the moment that I started competing, I guess. And from then on, I don't know. I just kind of made it a goal of mine to get better at the game. I wanted to feel like I was better. I wanted to prove everybody who said I wasn't good wrong. It's actually just that simple. Call it petty, call it vengeance, call it whatever. Revenge, blah, 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 blah. You're right, they're all of them. They say negative energy is never a good fuel source. And you're right, I do believe that. But I don't think it's also a bad one. It's just not as good. For the many years, my main fuel source was literally just those words. And I don't really think I have them in me today anymore. Because now I really do listen to, wow, JeJa, you're so good. Or, wow, you're inspiring. And every time I hear that, I just like, I don't know. One time I just felt like crying just because I was like, I'm so happy. I know I'm not even doing that much, but just hearing, really, that somebody's day is being made because I'm playing this game or playing this character really does just make me happy. And I am so glad. I am so glad. Every single time I see that. Just like, JeJa, you are an inspiration to me. Or this dude made fan art of me recently. For me, whatever. And it was adorable. And I'm really, really happy. That was one of the happiest moments I've had in so long. I don't know, I feel like I'm pretty neutral with my emotions. I'm not usually sad or very happy. So whenever like one of those emotions comes on, I'm just like, emotion. Weird. But, okay. I like it. And I really, really like it. Of course, sadness is sad, but we're not here to talk about sadness today. We're here to talk about... Ooh! We're here to talk about gaming. Anyways, where was I? Ah, yes. Smash Ultimate came around, right? And what? 2 months into Smash Ultimate? I feel like I'm getting better. And I want to participate in this crew battle. Of course, crew battles were always the start of my like game career, I guess. It was Kirby Chord versus King K. Rool Chord. It was actually the first ever like CB I had officially partaken in like Ultimate. Especially for like the crew that was Kirby Chord. Now, Kirby Chord organizes their players really weirdly. Let me tell you about it. If they think you're, well, first off, unless they know you can't like be there for like later time to like anchor. Unless you're bad, they're going to save you for last. And so if you're bad, or if they think you're bad, they're going to put you up first or like second or whatever. Because they just want all their strong players at last, which makes sense. But I just don't like that as much. Because they literally are just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. You just know they're like good players if they're last. I don't know. They never actually say that, but it's just kind of how I always noticed it ran. The bad Kirbys in the front, the good Kirbys are the notable players in the back. And I wasn't notable at the time. I don't even think many people knew my name. Which is interesting to think about now. So, they put me in first. And what the funny thing, what the heck? I can crouch that? Anyways, the funny thing is, one of the best players for the King K. Rool's team, Von Karma, is up first. Now, let me tell you something. To participate in like CB, you have to participate in like the crew chat beforehand. You have to talk about the matchup and like probably play a couple friendlies or GMUs, which is just joint matchup. And I played Von Karma before, actually. In fact, me and Von Karma went even, but I almost always won. She would take 2 stocks off me. But, I would win. And that's all I care about. And so, Von Karma is up freaking, like, to frick me, basically. And everybody sees that Von Karma is out from the Kirby side and like, bruh, sending in, like, your best player really early is bruh. And they're just super ready for me to lose, basically. But they're, you know, they're still cheering me on, like, go, JeJa! Woo! Yeah! Gamer call! What? And they don't think anybody had heard, but I actually had beaten Von Karma in friendlies, like, quite a bit. I don't think any of them knew that. And if they did, there were, like, a couple that might have, actually. Because I think I played friendlies with, like, Von Karma and one other Kirby at some point, like rotations. And I think they saw. Anyways, there was this other dude that I don't remember the name of. He was a furry. I wish I could see him again, actually. I want to see how he's doing. But anyways, he's a furry, and he's probably the first furry I've ever met. And I played him, and he gave me a lot of tips against King K. Rool. And I honestly think that's really what helped me in that like crew battle fight, because I ended up winning. And everybody's just like, yo, you be freaking Von Karma, the best K. Rool on their team? What? They were like legitimately shocked that it's like, wait, hold up. He's actually kind of decent now. Frick. Hold. Did he get lucky? Did he get good? I don't know. You know, that type of thought process. And honestly, I had gotten decent. Wow, speak of the devil. I had gotten pretty decent. I'm actually kind of threatening now. So, the next King K. Rool comes up. And I 3-stock him. And if you don't know who this K. Rool is, his tag was Omega. And I ended up taking like 6 or 7 stocks, if I remember right, from the crew battle. Which was one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever had up to that point. Everybody, like there's a group chat for like all the competitors who are playing in the crew battle. And all of them are just like, yo, when'd you get good? And then Kirby Cord, like the main Kirby Cord chat was just like, there's this one dude, Nova, who literally just said, yo, JeJa took how many stocks? Bro, when do you get good? That's literally what he said. And I remember seeing that. I'm just like, bruh, I've been good now. And honestly, just seeing him be like, bro, congratulations, you got good, kind of made my, like, year. I know that sounds not the best, but, like, it was just really big, like, accomplishment to me at that point. I don't know what else to say about that. So, life went on. People started considering me a threat, and I think that's when, like, Wi-Fi tournaments came in. Wi-Fi tournaments are interesting. I did a Wi-Fi tournament a while ago. I don't do really Wi-Fi tournaments anymore. I'm done, like, a Wi-Fi tournament in about 2 weeks since the last one. And then 5 weeks since, like, that one and then another one. I do play the game a ton still. School gets in the way sometimes, blah, blah, blah. I hate homework! Ban homework! We had an entire discussion about this in English. I'm so glad all the people in English are weird, because they're honestly some of the most fun people to have English with. They make the class fun, not the teacher or, like, the actual class. My students, my fellow peers in that English class, in that advanced English class, just make the game fun. And I am so happy. So, anyways, play the game a lot. I don't really do tournaments too often, but every time I do, I feel like I do pretty decent at them. One of my now biggest achievements is 2nd out of 223 people at, not Big Porch, Back in Blood, which was an Oregon, like, not major, an Oregon regional. Bro, I lost to Ludo. By the way, I have a vlog of it. You should watch that. I lost to Ludo, kind of. Not early at all. It was in top 8. I lost to Ludo for 5th, but I was in winners. And so I made a loser's run. I beat H4DS, which was probably my best win there. And then I fought Ludo again. And this time, I made sure that he knew my name a little bit more. And we had played on Wi-Fi. So that's why that was honestly one of the most fun sets I've had in a long time. Just because we played on Wi-Fi, and I knew what was going to happen a lot. But Ludo just surprised me with his offline knowledge at that point during the first, like, set. But I feel like I did adapt game 3. Not game 3. He didn't 3-0 me. Game 4 or game 5. I don't remember. Anyways, I beat him in the run back. And then I go into, like, grands against Elegant. Elegant bops me. Wow, I got bopped. But I learned so much that day. And then I've studied the VODs. I know what I've done wrong. And I've learned an important tip about acting second, I guess you could say. I'm so happy to have met Elegant, though. Elegant, I watched his VODs. I remember at the beginning of Ultimate, he's one of the people who I watched his VODs of. So meeting him in person in grand finals of this regional with like $3,000 on the line, it's just like, how did I get here? What happened in the last like 3 years? And I'm so happy that it did happen. And there I am, getting bopped. by as the entire PNW just watches and it's like, JeJa, please come on, JeJa. I love the screaming, I love the cheering. Whenever they cheered my name, it just, bro, it was the most like stress-inducing, happy. My body just didn't know what it was like. It was just like, what do we create? What protein do we create? What freaking hormone do we create here? I don't know how to feel. And I want to feel that again. Being in that large of an environment with that many people watching, I've never felt that much adrenaline. I told my friends how I felt. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, it's like I felt like crying and throwing up at the exact same time. My friends are like, yeah, I felt that like once in my life. Are you feeling that like every month? And I'm like, not every month. And they're like, yeah, I don't do heroin every month. I just do it every couple months. I just do one large batch of heroin every couple months. You see, good for me. And yeah, no, it was like being high, I guess, but I just felt incredible. Like I could do anything. Like I could see everything. But I did eventually get tired. Bro, the next day, bro, I was a little bit gone. I don't know where my brain was. It was somewhere. I think it was still in Portland. I was trying to get on a plane, and my brain's just like back in Portland still, being like, where am I again? Where's my body? I hope it's still okay. I don't know if I've had my brain since, but I hope it's okay wherever it is. He's a good boy. And I don't know. I really want to do that again, though. I'm not gonna lie. Just that much intense pressure doesn't sound good for you in any way, shape, or form, actually. But it feels, oddly enough, it feels good. Anyways, yeah, no, I got bopped, but made 700. And honestly, I don't really care. That was my first, like, regional. That was the biggest regional I've ever been to offline. I've done, like, what? A local in Vegas, which was actually one of my first offline locals. It was my second offline local ever. And I went to Vegas, and I got 5th, and I met MVD, and I met Ven. Ven is sick. I love Ven. Bro, he's such a chill dude. I asked him for a picture right before a match, and he's just like, oh, what? Okay. It was really fun. And MVD's cool, too. I met this one Lucario player, too, who I had known from Lucario Court, too. I forgot his tag. It's fading from me. But, honestly, I'm so happy. I was ecstatic. And I got 5th at that tournament, losing to Sonics. By the way, I met Sonics! The Sonics, bro. He's such a cool dude. And honestly, I had fought or played like a lot of the players, so I played there online. And so playing them offline is just like, wow, this is an experience. I don't know how it's an experience, but it's an experience. It's so good. It's so fun. One of my favorite things now is just playing people who I played on Wi-Fi offline. That's right. Anyways, guess who? Your boy took Sonics to last stock, game 1. That's right, me. Wow, I can't English, I guess. But I took him to last stock. Proud accomplishment by me. Only to get bopped game 2. Bro, the crowd was just freaking cheering. Like, woo! At every move I made. I don't know, we were both kind of invaders, I think. And if you don't really understand invaders or the concept of invaders, well, invaders are just people like that come from different places instead of your like territory or your region, basically. And losing to invaders, you don't really want to. As like a region, you don't really want to lose to invaders. Because that's just like saying, your region kind of sucky, or your region is worse than this region, type of thing. Bruh, that's what freaking Justice did when that one, like, American dude, who he's just like, they're good, but they're not this good, came and, like, frick Canada. It was really funny to watch. So, yeah. Ven, I lost to him for 5th place, but I honestly don't really regret anything. Game 5, so much fun. Just like Wi-Fi, too. We always go Game 5 on Wi-Fi, usually. Bro, after I came back from, like, that massive tourney or any local, I am washed on Wi-Fi. I have to warm up on Wi-Fi, and I have to warm up offline now. Like, I just can't immediately switch. I have to have warm-up. It's not bad. I still think Wi-Fi is good practice, especially when, like, I actually take it kind of seriously. But I need the warm-up. I play, like, Garbo if I don't have warm-up now. Also, I realize I need sleep unless I don't. If I have enough adrenaline, sleep is unnecessary. It's like eliminating an extra factor. You just need more adrenaline. An unhealthy dose of it. A very, very unhealthy dose of it, actually. But anyways, it's not necessary for me to play, at least. Although, I'm not gonna lie. I had 10 a.m. pools for, like, that regional. Bro, I was not fully there. I had taken a plane the night before to fly out there to that regional. And, bro, my brain's just like, you should have gotten a little bit of sleep. But the second the adrenaline kicked in, bro, pools, I struggled with. Top 32? Bro, I went off. I don't know where my brain went, but it went into turbo ultra kick-ass mode. And I did that exact thing. I just played really good. And I'm so happy with how I played out of pools. But I'm not gonna lie, there was one woman in pools that, like, had me scared. First off, Pandarian, I was supposed to fight her. But then Ciara got, they got beat by freaking Sparkle, I'm pretty sure. And Sparkle, bro, everybody was popping off for him. It was an insane thing. And I was supposed to fight Pandarian, so now I have to fight Sparkle. And Sparkle, who just beat Pandarian, that's terrifying. They just have to beat Adam, the Yoshi. I believed in them because that sounds like a bad matchup, I guess. But frick, I'm Kirby. What am I saying? Anyways, yeah, no, Adam. I had lost to Adam before in my first ever local, actually. And he just came in and beat Sparkle. Bro, it was upset after upset after upset. It was, I don't know, it was madness. That was just maddening. And then pools came out. I got out of pools. Irod almost beat me. That was legitimately scary because he thwacked me at 32! Last hit, last stock. And by that, I mean I'm still at 32. He's at freaking 89 or something. Bro. Bro, I hate Hero. He's like my second most hated character. First one, Steve. Steve! Yeah, you're a cool character, and I'm really glad you're in Smash representing your series, one of the biggest gaming icons of all time. But man, I hate you. I hate the way you play. But man, dudes like Yanni are cool, I guess. I like Didi a lot, bro. They're all super just cool, you know. Don't hate the player, hate the game. That type of beat. So, anyways, things just kinda. Bro, my brain just gave up. What? Oh yeah, no. Things kind of progressed. Top 8 came along. And I lose to Ludo. I get Ludo's run back. And I lose to Elegant. And that is the proudest moment of my life right now. I wrote about it in English, actually. This is one of our prompts. And everybody just kind of looked at me like, what? Cool, I guess? I think? I don't know. The teacher legitimately asked, is Smash Bros. Like Mario? Because she, like, heard of it. And then she's like, I don't know. I'm old. And I'm just looking there like, I guess. And this other student who I played Smash before with. And he's like one of the only IRLs I know where I like have played Smash with them, I guess. Who goes to school. He literally just said, yeah, kind of. And I'm just like, I guess? I guess that's a way to describe it. I think she knew what she was talking about. I hope. So, honestly, I think that's my story right now. By the way, Wi-Fi era, I am kind of happy for it. I don't think I'll ever regret the Wi-Fi era. I don't think I'll ever regret playing on Wi-Fi. I truly do believe that without Wi-Fi, I would not be here today. And even though the Wi-Fi that is lagging in the background is horrendous, I just wouldn't be here without it. I wouldn't be JeJa, or who I'd known as JeJa without Wi-Fi. Call me carried by Wi-Fi, but then look at my offline results. You're right, I am carried by Wi-Fi, but I can do my own thing offline too. Okay, Pyra. Now I'm heading to a couple majors and a couple different events around the like United States. So I am very excited to see what I do. And I truly do hope that you all will, like, support me throughout it all. Because even though the Wi-Fi arrow is dead, the JeJa is going nowhere. Except up.